In 2019, the inaugural ISPS HANDA World Invitational, presented by Modest Golf Management, produced two worthy champions, including local favourite Stephanie Meadow, who held off Charley Hull to win the women's tournament at Galgorm Spa Golf Resort. In 2021, this unique event returns to Galgorm, now as a full European Tour event, and is also sanctioned by the LPGA Tour and Ladies European Tour. With a field of 288 players split evenly, playing for two equal prize funds, this event takes place from July 29th to August 1st. We were invited to the Sponsors and Media Day to play the course and see exactly what goes into hosting an event like this.
Welcome to Galgorm, the host of the ISPS HANDA World Invitational, which is taking place here on the 29th of July to the 1st of August. Delighted to be joined by Director of Golf, friend of the podcast, Ross Oliver. Ross, how are you?
All's good, thanks. Great to see you in person, Johnny and Dave. Things are good here, getting very busy, but I'm very excited for what's coming up in the end of July, so it's all systems go.
I was chatting with Leanne Rice from Tourism Northern Ireland, who very kindly put our names in front of some decision-making people, and they invited us up Galgorm. What a day. Like, it was all official media and partners and us. So then with the ISPS coming up now, the end of July, Stephanie Meadow obviously won the inaugural event. For people looking to tune in on the week of, what can they expect?
It's obviously a big step up for us. From 2019 was the first year of it. It evolved out of what was the NI Open back in the day. And in 2019 the field was predominantly European Challenge Tour and Ladies European Tour. Now the elevation is huge, with the support of our partners at ISPS HANDA, Modest Golf and the three tours. Having a tri-sanctioned European Tour, LPGA and LET event is huge. So we'll have so many household names from the European Tour and the LPGA Tour. Some international stars will be here, as well as all the talent from the Ladies European Tour as well. So it's a massive event for us, and yeah, we're really excited. It should be a great week.
Stephanie Meadow spoke to us previously about what it meant to win this competition, not just to her, but to her family and friends too.
There's something special about having your whole family there, and then definitely, I remember Kyle, my fiance, caddy for me that week, which is not normal, and I remember the day before I was I'm really nervous. Being able to win under that sort of pressure. The 18th hole was probably the most pressure I felt in a little while, just because I more wanted to do it for everybody else and not myself. And I did it.
Steph does a great job. Obviously, it was fantastic. She won here on home soil. It was her homecoming after being in the States for so long. Amazing for the event, and we've obviously developed that relationship with Stephanie out of that. She's wearing Galgorm on her clothing. So great ambassador for Galgorm, Northern Ireland and the tournament itself.
Camilai?
Huh?
Camilai?
Yeah, just clingy, downhill. Excuses.
So we are halfway through the round. Dave, you're playing better than I am. You again are tearing the place up, playing very well. Lovely day. Galgorm is playing really well. We've got local knowledge helping us around. How are you finding it?
It's tough. You can see how hard this place is at tour level. The fairways are really narrow. Greens are quick as well. So it's tough all day. It's really breezy as well, but absolutely gorgeous place. Yeah. The other guys rave about it.
Yeah, you were saying on 8 there that like the rough is really clingy.
Yeah.
So you can just imagine when they grow it up like double the length for these actual tour events that your club's just going to get stuck in the rough, but it gets playing really, really nicely, beating the crap out of us. Really.
I don't want to be there for that.
No, I don't want to be there.
Just imagine how tough that is, like playing in the cold conditions. Remember when it was for the Irish Open last year?
Yeah, it was cold.
At least we've got like gorgeous day. It's kind of 20 degrees and sunny as, but now a bit of breeze, but like makes it tough. Great company with that, so.
Yeah, it's
onwards and upwards.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Just we'll keep going, and then we'll check back in after the back 9.
Yeah.
Fresh off turning professional, Tom McKibben announced a new long-term partnership with Galgorm, representing the resort as its new touring pro.
What did you see in Tom that made you go, we want to be part of that journey?
Yeah. So we've known Tom a long time. I think Tom first played here in like 2015 as like a 12-year-old in the NI Open Pro-Am.
Probably won it.
No, he wasn't far off. He was really impressive, and then he was it Pro-Am, and then he played the following year as a really young kid and like nearly made the cut. And he's obviously, it's well documented what he's achieved in such a short space of time. So really excited, with a great relationship with Tom and his family and his management, and so it was really good for us as a local young and upcoming player to try and support him. We see we're the Northern Ireland's tournament venue. We want to be associated with Northern Ireland's tournament players. So, and we're delighted to be associated with Tom as he moves forward in his journey.
So can you talk us through then what exactly has been done to the course now since we've seen it on TV? What can Dave and I expect? Yeah. You're saying off camera that there's no scar tissue. That's probably a good thing, but we're going into this completely blind. So what can we expect?
Yeah, so from what you saw last year, we have a new bunker to the right of the 4th green, new bunker to the right of 6th green, new bunker back left of 7 green, 8 greenside bunker has been redesigned, reshaped. Yeah, we're on to 18 then is the next big one. So completely redesigned the hole. We have a new fairway bunker up the left, about 320 off the Tiger tees, which really changes the tee shot, because it used to be kind of, you could blast it up the left, try and cut it in. But it's all then about the second shot or the third shot, depending on your ability or strategy. So new water feature left of the green, stream running into a pond, sleeper walls, some mounting to the left for spectators, and would put you in mind of Wentworth, the finish there. And I think we have the flag front left today, which is in the nastiest position possible.
Thanks.
So be sure to let me know how you get on later on.
We actually, like, just out of complete luck, got one of the tour books from the 2019 event. So we obviously were looking at the old layout of the course, and then looking at it in real time. You're like, oh, there's a bunker there now, exactly where we would dive it to. Or, oh, there's a pond left of 18 green, where if you watched the Irish Open last year, you'd have seen Aaron Ryan, basically everyone just missed there on purpose, because that was really the play. And Galgorm were like, yeah, no, we're gonna get rid of that, and it's gonna be water now.
It's one of these infinity type jobs, which is like goes from green, just sleeper, as in rail sleeper, till water. There's nothing stopping it.
No.
They put the pin right there for us as well, which is great to see. An absolutely diabolical pin.
On the 18, the pin was 2 feet on and 3 feet in, or something.
Yeah, 2 paces on, 3 paces in, and it was and you're just looking going, like, if you missed right, you were in the drink.
So they said that that's going to be the Saturday pin. The ISPS.
Yeah.
So they said Sunday might be a little, like, put it in there might be a little bit mean, but it's going to be the Saturday pin. So that's going to be fireworks.
It was actually a really long round that didn't feel like a long round, which is great. Today it was 5.5 hours, but it didn't feel like, God, get us off this. It was like, we're at 18. It's like, oh, pity.
Yeah, kind of. At one point we got off 15 green, and Leanne was like, "Oh, there's 3 left," and you're like, "Oh, okay. We do another loop, will we?" How has that been actually for you?
That was tough, I thought. Tough but fair. Long in spots, tricky pins all day. Like the few changes that Ross talked about with us were pretty evident. Certainly 18 is a much different hole than the one that the guys played way back when with the water. How do you find it?
Yeah, I found like once I got off the tee, it was really, really enjoyable. Definitely there was a lot of manipulation off the tees in terms of hole shaping. If you're a fader of the golf ball, there are a couple of holes where the tee kind of goads you into it. So it's really, really smart design from that aspect. Really enjoyed that side of it.
Like narrow actually. I just at landing spots is very, very narrow. Like there's a lot of little bottlenecks where you'll be driving into, and it seems to be for every tee box it's relevant. Like that from that perspective. It's excellent, and it's quite intimidating off the tees. Like it doesn't give you much of a look, like you're looking at big gaping bunkers or you're looking at trouble a lot. Now it might be a long way away and it's a bit of a trick of the eye. Certainly
pure intimidation at its finest, which is really good.
We found that like 16 is bunker long in the distance. You actually look, you're definitely in that, and it's way short. But the fact it's just there hurts you. Like the par 5s have relatively small and narrow greens. The par 3s are
tricky.
They're tricky. They're not long.
No.
But the pins were quite tricked out today, I thought.
Yeah, I thought that the greens were on the par 3s in particular were exposed. So when it blew a gale like it did today, it was a club and a half, one way or the other, and that could catch you out and cut us out on a couple of times. Which is very good.
Like what happened to me today, like it was in like I think it was 6 over, but it was 2 holes that did the damage, the triple and the double.
Yeah.
Because of tough driving spots, really. And that's what it does to you. It's like you think you're going along, you think you're cruising, and then it punches you straight in the face. And like that's quite tough.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought, like you said, when Ross mentioned a few bunkers coming into places, and we had an Knowles Tour course guide, which was really helpful because then you also saw where they put the bunkers, and you're like, well, that's perfectly at a landing spot now. So guys playing this in 2019, coming back now, we'll see a very different course, especially now 18, I think.
Yeah, for me, absolutely one that you need to be putting on the list to come and play, to be honest. It's that good. It's, as I said, it's very enjoyable, very playable, but quite tricky.
Yeah, it's a tough test.
Yeah. Guys, we'd like to thank Leanne and Tourism NI for inviting us up, to Ross and his team here at Galgorm for hosting us and hosting the event today, the Sponsors and Media Day. It's a fantastic event, like unbelievably well run.
It was really good, yeah, it ran so smoothly. We arrived very early and they were looking after us from the get-go.
Yeah, and like couldn't say enough to them. Like Leanne and the team are doing an unbelievable job in promoting the event. It's going to be special here on the 29th of July.
Yeah.
If we can get to it, we certainly will be, if we're allowed and spectate. Looks like we will be, so we'd absolutely be coming. But huge thanks to them, and absolute best of luck to them and the resort for the event coming up.
Thanks for watching. To watch another video, click here, and to subscribe to our channel, click here.